What?
Yeah, I was gonna say if I had a little like a mirror and I could put it like a little dental mirror so I could see if that light was on, but I should be able to see it in the screen here. We're talking about the light in the camera. It's a little purple light that's on when the camera's recording because we recorded a bunch of good stuff a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was last week. I don't know. Time runs together for me sometimes, and it was really good. And then we weren't recording because the audio cable was all fucked
Yeah,
up.
it was like, I'm not kidding you. Let's see when that was. I can't even believe that happened.
Me either.
It was 13 days ago,
13.
actually. So 2 weeks ago.
Man.
And
I've changed my stance on everything that I said, so I'm glad we didn't record.
Oh, you have?
No, just kidding.
Oh, I was about to say, I really thought that we were making just amazing progress.
I know, thank you, I know.
And the fact that you came in here and you said everything that you said, I was like, wow, we're really getting somewhere, Bill.
Here's a summary. Very brief. I play a victim role sometimes, and I'm a drama queen. That's about it.
Sometimes?
All right, all the time.
I'm kidding. Joking. It's all Jake's.
These are revelations to me.
So, what brought you to those revelations?
My state of life, my current state of being. Mm-hmm. I had to analyze it and say, why is this such a shitty existence? And those are two things I came up with.
Yeah.
And so I've tried not to be those two things lately. And part of that has just been, and I haven't been, so I haven't. I know I haven't because I haven't seen you.
Yeah.
To do those things.
I know. Do apologize about not being here last week. Aunt Flo came to town and then she literally beat my ass.
She did?
Yeah.
I was happy about that.
She almost put me into a coma, so I was pretty much locked in my bed for a few days.
That every time someone says coma now, I think of that poor kid. He was in college and he was attacked by a football player and he went into a coma, and when he woke up, like minutes later on the sidewalk on his campus, he had years and years of an existence in his head with a family.
Oh my God. I read that story.
I sent it to you.
Holy crap. That was the most insane. And he like woke up and came back out of the coma and was like, dude, I miss my fucking family.
Yeah, he still, to this day, doesn't want to talk about it because he still misses the family that he had.
That is just wild. And it makes me wonder how many different timelines and existences we're actually living.
Yeah, tons. There have to be. And sometimes that makes me happy. Just yesterday I was thinking, there's a timeline in which I'm about to do something I really want to do. I'm very happy about that.
There's a version in which Bill is out there.
Yeah, whatever.
In Switzerland backpacking or going zip lining or something
too.
Exciting.
But yeah, it's better stuff. But yeah, that's happening. Yeah. And then this one, you heard me say this before, my game controller, whoever's got my game controller, it's like under the couch and he's sitting on it and it's just on repeat.
All right, I'm paranoid, so I'm just checking the audio.
Our light's lit.
It's lit.
Our purple light's lit.
Everything.
When I was getting dressed to come here today, because I haven't been dressed in a couple of days much. I had to put my shoes on, and I was wearing two different types of shoes.
Oh, yeah?
They were both Brooks, but they were different. Yes, they were. Are we recording properly? I mean, are we broadcasting properly?
I'm trying to find our channel, actually.
So tomorrow, 5 years ago, I went to see this play. It's called We Are the Wolves. And it was directed by a lady named D. Lynn Myers. And I don't know if she still is, but she was running Ensemble Theater. And I think she was a producer or she was a casting director for a movie that was recorded here in Cincinnati many years ago. And the guy that Amanda and I worked for here was in it as an extra. It's called, I don't know, it has the word fences in it. Crossing Fences.
Oh my gosh.
And are we not doing it?
No, are you talking about Chris being an extra?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, so there's this one scene where he's in it for like over a half a minute in the background, like at the table. And so I'd never heard this story before until a few years ago. And I was like, why did you never tell me you were in a movie? And so I started looking for a copy of it. I can't find it. And so I got a hold of Lynn Myers, and she's like, you know what? There might not be a copy of that in existence anywhere. That's me. I can hear myself.
Okay. Yay, we're good. Woo!
So it kind of blew my mind that someone could create a work of art like that and a 2-hour-long movie, and it doesn't exist anywhere.
That's actually where we're getting with streaming and stuff, because nowadays nobody buys physical media anymore.
Right.
That if it's taken off of streaming sites, it ceases to exist a lot of the time.
That's an odd thing.
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary to think about.
It is.
Scary to think about that we can't get like physical copies of things anymore.
It's kind of odd. But I mean, you can make your own.
Yeah.
You can record it off you can screen record all the movies you want. That would take forever.
Guess, yeah.
You can hire somebody to do that for you. So that's what happened. I don't know how that story came out. Oh, and then there's this dude we work with. We'll call him Hippo Mike, and he had a movie filmed at his house. We went and looked. Remember, we drove over there to Clifton.
Yes. Okay. So
that movie's out.
It is. My friend loves one of the actors in that movie, and so we were like trying to scout out the area. We literally drove down the street with all the like producers and filmers and stuff like that to try to find if this actor was there.
Those are movie terms, you guys. Producers and filmers. Just go with it.
And yeah, we didn't get to see them.
Who's that actor? I don't remember his name.
Felix. What the? I don't remember what his last name is. But he's in Ginny and Georgia.
What's that?
It's a TV show on Netflix. Really good TV show. Would really recommend.
What's it called?
Ginny and Georgia.
How come I never heard of this?
It's about a mom and a daughter.
Oh,
it's like a murder mystery.
Okay. You know what I did 3 days ago? I woke up at 2:00 in the morning and I put on. I went to YouTube and I put on Mr. Ballin. Do you know Mr. Ballin? It's all like mysteries and dark things, and I'm surprised you don't know Mr. Ballin.
I don't like.
Me neither. So that's the story.
That.
Me neither at all. So I put it on at 2:00 in the morning, and it's been running ever since for almost 72 hours. And it got so bad, I kept waking up like during commercials and having to fast forward it, that I actually paid to get rid of commercials on YouTube at 4:00 this morning.
Honestly, YouTube is worth it.
Yeah,
it is worth it because of the fact that YouTube's ads are so freaking annoying. I just had to rebuy Netflix.
I do too.
And I got it with the ads.
Yeah, me too. Oh, no, I didn't. I paid for no ads.
It's $15 a month without the ads, and that's so expensive. But it's only like $7 with ads. And the ads on Netflix, not even bad at all. Well, there's like one ad maybe every half an hour.
I had to do it because I sleep to it. I'll put on YouTube and I'll fall asleep. And then I wake up and it's really loud and someone's yelling about a knife that I really have to buy. That's why I had to buy Hulu, because I fall asleep listening to How I Met Your Mother every night, and I can't have that in my ears when somebody's same.
It's like when you wake up in the middle of the night when you were a kid and it's George Lopez just in the air across your screen.
That's funny.
Because it's like that was the late night TV show that they used to play in the middle of the night at Nick at Night or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's the George Lopez show, and he would just be like do 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 do, like the theme song. Yeah. Have you seen the intro to that?
Yeah.
So you just wake up in the middle of the night, it's just George Lopez flying there.
That's funny.
And then I saw a TikTok about it, and I was like, have I ever had an original thought in my life? Like, have I ever had an original experience ever?
That's a weird one, isn't it? That's a really weird one.
It is a really weird one.
Because there are things that I think, oh, that's so fucking original. No one's, and then I see it on TV, and I'm like, I'm mad at everybody.
Literally.
Who got in my head and stole that from me?
And that's what, like, I feel like every time I'm on the internet and I see a meme, or every time I'm on TikTok, it's just like, that is a continuous experience I have. Like a literal viral video that's like, hey, do you remember when we were kids and we did this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, I literally thought I was the only one that fucking did that.
Taylor Tomlinson. Doesn't everybody get tied up in the backyard on the 4th of July?
There is a comedian coming this weekend
to
Go Bananas called Jeremiah Watkins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
10 out of 10 would recommend to go see him.
Okay, let's do that. There's another reason to Go Bananas.
Well, I already have tickets. I'm going on Saturday.
Why don't you tell me about these things?
Because we haven't talked in forever. This is the first time I've seen you in weeks.
Yeah. All right, I have to go to that.
Oh, I was like, you have to go now. I was like, all right, I guess fine. I mean, we were only been doing this for like 15 minutes.
So there's a bar at Go Bananas, and it's separate from
which is a really cute bar. They have like live music there and stuff. It's really nice.
And the owner's smoking hot.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Mills used to send me pictures. He would not like, just like nice stuff. Like, hey, I saw her today, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, hey, and it's a reason to Go Bananas and go to the bar afterwards.
I wonder if she does the same thing. I wonder if she gets pictures of me every once in a while and goes, ooh.
Does she know who you are?
No.
Probably
not that I know, but she doesn't know that I know who she is.
Well, she's a bar owner.
She is?
She sees people all the time.
She does?
Isn't that what you just said?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
I thought you were just trying to gaslight me.
No, I did say that, yeah.
I was like, no. But I literally did not sleep last night.
So. Who are you going with?
Evan.
Okay, that's nice.
Who just got a job, by the way.
Where, what?
He's doing engineering work.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's what he got his degree in.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, and it's right down the street, so I can.
That's amazing.
Take him on my way to work already.
Good for him.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Good stuff. So we're gonna be on our get money grind time.
Wake up! You gotta make money.
Except, You know, if you want to make money, it's probably not.
Oh, the damn light is still on.
Now
So
I feel like I have like PTSD from the light. Like, is it on? Is it on?
let me ask
Is
you
it on? I
this.
feel like a fly.
Let's say if someone well, it was you and me, that's funny stuff too. If what are you guys doing here? It's the Declaration of Independence, dude. That's what we're doing here. Oh. And what if I showed up Saturday? Would you let me sit with you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Hey, really?
Yeah, show up.
Yeah,
Everyone
that'd
will
be
be
fun.
excited to see you. I won't tell them, so then it'll be a surprise.
That'd be nice.
Oh my god, I didn't know you were gonna be here.
I know, right? I was just walking past. One time, this is a true story. I was at my house. This is when Ashley was living with me after she had her little problem thing.
Her little problem.
Yeah.
One of the many.
Her assault. And yeah, the story is not important, but she had to walk from Kings Island to Go Bananas.
Holy crap,
Yeah,
that's a far walk.
That's not true. I was at Kings Island. She walked from Montgomery Station to Go Bananas, which is down Montgomery Road.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not far.
No, it was a little bit though. She was angry. So, what do you want to talk about? I'm excited about this weekend. That makes me happy. There's no way I'll show up because I don't do that, but it'd be really cool, and it's nice to know that I can.
Yeah. I mean, tickets are only $15, so if you want to show up, show up. And it's really, 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 really funny. He's so funny. You would love him.
I will, Jeremiah.
Yes.
So 5 years ago, tomorrow, we went and saw this play. That's why I brought this. And this Dylan Myers, and that's how the story.
And that was the first time you and Ashley met?
That was the first time we met. Yeah, first time we met. We were supposed to meet on her birthday, which was June, still is June 8th, and that was last Saturday. And I texted her on her birthday, and I said, "Hey, I'm sorry, something came up," but it didn't. I just wasn't feeling it. And so we met on the 15th, and that's tomorrow. And so that's pretty cool. So it was our 5-year anniversary, and I was thinking, I'm pretty sure about this. In fact, I'm 100% sure. Since the day we met, we spent more time with each other than we spent with anybody else.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah. You guys did spend a lot of time together. It'd be so funny because I'd be like literally walking upstairs to come and like, you know, ask you for something or tell you to work or, you know, whatever. And then she'd just be sitting in your chair and I don't know where you'd be. You wouldn't be in your office, but she'd be like, "Hey," she'd be like, "Hey, girlie, what's up?" And she'd be in there all the time.
We just started hanging out when, I don't know, in the 2019, and then we never stopped. Oh, well, we did stop when I started dating people, you know.
Yeah.
But still, in those 5 years, I spent more time with Ashley than anybody else.
That is an interesting thing too. Like when you have a very close relationship with someone of the opposite sex, when you are somebody who, you know, is heterosexual, having to navigate that kind of like dynamic of both being in a relationship and spending time with your significant other, and then also having this person that is very, very important to you of the opposite sex that your person whom you're dating needs to kind of be okay with.
Yeah.
And like navigating the waters of that.
This is a hard
always
one.
very interesting.
This is a hard one. The person that I dated last, her name was Melissa, and I remember telling her very early on, "This is my friend Ashley, and Ashley and I are going to be friends after you and I don't know each other anymore." In a nice way.
Yeah.
And Melissa was really cool about it. But yeah, it is weird. It is a weird
and
thing.
I think it's too like it's very weird to try to describe to people that we're close to the gravity of, you know, that kind of loss.
Let me ask you this. I'm glad you brought that up, and you don't have to answer this question, but you had someone who was very, very close to you pass away. And what I'm getting to, Amanda, is I have people that care about me and they're very concerned, but that goes away. And then I'm stuck with all those memories and everything. And I feel like I'm on an island all by my fucking self.
Yeah.
Did you go through anything like that?
Absolutely. It was very much like, I mean, it's hard too, because with my friend Gabby, she had a lot of people in her life that really loved her and really cared about her. But it was a very interesting relationship her and I had. So there was a lot of very complicated emotions that I had in relation to the friendship, because there was times where I had to like cut her off because she was doing things that I didn't agree with. And, you know, we weren't necessarily on the best terms when she passed. And, you know, that cuts me very deep to my core. And so I felt like I was very alone in that, and that like not a lot of people in my life could relate to that kind of grief of like grieving what could have been had we reconnected, or,
yeah,
you know, what could have been if we just had more time together, or, and like the way that she died, I struggled with a lot because it was an accident, but we don't necessarily know what was at play, what was involved, you know, those kinds of things. And so it was a very complicated thing to really process. And I didn't necessarily, and at the time I was in a very like emotionally abusive relationship, so I didn't really even have time to process a lot of it. And so in those moments where I could, it was a disaster. In those moments where I could, it was just like I was on an island all by myself, and I had to just feel. Because when I was around people, I would walk around and be in a crowded room and just think to myself, none of you even fucking get the extent of what I'm going through internally. Like I'm carrying this.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like I'm carrying this fucking big thing and none of you have any idea what that's like. You know, which when we grieve, we do kind of feel very one-track minded like that. Of like, I had this relationship with this person and nobody's ever gonna fucking understand that or get that or be able to.
Why do we do that? Because it
Relate.
doesn't matter if people understand it or not.
Well, I think too, like people do understand in their own ways. Like, I think most people nowadays, I mean, especially between our ages, right, have probably lost somebody close to them. And so they get it in their own way. But I think the interesting thing about grief and interpersonal relationships is that no matter who you're talking to, they can't 100% relate to you because they never had the same type of relationship you did with that person.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And
why does it matter to me that why do I feel like I wouldn't hurt as much if everybody understood? Do you know what I mean?
because that's a very natural human reaction, is to feel understood and to feel seen
Okay.
and to feel heard and validated, right? But
Maybe that's the word. Yeah.
yeah, and unfortunately with something like grief, I mean, even in my experience, I experienced this as no matter what anybody told me or any advice that they gave me or any support that they tried to give me, in my brain, in my grief brain, I was like, well, you don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
You don't fucking get it because you're not me, you're not in my shoes, and you didn't have the relationship I had with this person.
Yeah.
Like, even my closest friends who we like all grew up together, we all grew up with Gabby, we all, you know, were friends with Gabby, but we all had very different relationships with her. And so I didn't necessarily feel like I could relate to any of them about the loss.
That's a good comment. We all had different relationships with her.
And I think that that's just what our brain does, is it tries to like make sense of this person not being there anymore and being so special to us and knowing that nobody can really relate to that. And it forces us to isolate and feel our feelings and become introspective. But I think that what I learned from my grief is that she would not have wanted me to isolate. She would have wanted me to lean on people no matter what. And she would want me to feel, and she would want me to continue living my life and not let it overtake me. And that was a hard journey to try to like fight through and to feel like a person again that could even live my life. But yeah, it was really, really hard to navigate around that. And it was just, you know, similar to the Ashley situation. It was very sudden and unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody expected it to happen. I mean,
yeah.
She was in the hospital, and we were all just like, it's Gabby. She's going to be fine, you know, because she was resilient as hell, just like Ashley was. Ashley's been through literally so much in her life that we really honestly thought she was fucking invincible.
Yeah, we did.
And very similar thing with Gabby, too. And it's just like, when I got the news, it was very difficult. Very difficult. And I think the same with the Ashley situation. When I got the news about Ashley, it was a lot of the very, very similar feelings. And mainly the biggest feeling of what the actual fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
I have another question for you. So I don't cry like I used to cry. It's been 4 months. And I cried a lot. But when I cry now, it's very, very hard. It's like sobbing.
Yeah.
And it hurts physically.
Yeah.
Like here.
Mm-hmm.
And I never have cried and hurt before. But when I cry about Ashley, I hurt.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
It's your body just releasing the pain. It's physically feeling the pain. Because here's the thing about emotional pain, unfortunately, is with physical pain, we release endorphins, right, to help fix the pain. With emotional pain, we don't have those same type of endorphins to release. It doesn't work that same way in our bodies. So sometimes the physical pain exists as a relief for the emotional pain.
It's a weird thing.
And also just like crying is a very physical process anyways.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to wear your body out. But crying is really, really good for you. Like I've always said, it cools down your brain. It's great for calming down your body and processing and all that other stuff. So it's really good for you to just get it out of your body and to cry.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, it is Men's Mental Health Month as well. I would like to, uplift and say that. And I think that that's a difficult thing that men who struggle with their mental health face, is that they're told that crying is weakness, and they're told that, any type of symptoms in that vein, you're weak, suck it up or whatever.
Do you believe that? Like that's the majority of parenting these days? And the majority of peer relationships between men?
I think that is a very common microaggression within society that men face.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
I do, and I feel like, I don't know how necessarily common it is overall, because I can't speak to that, right? Because I haven't been everywhere and seen everything.
Fair enough.
But at least growing up in my viewpoint and things that I have seen, and the men that I have been around and that have been in my life, they've definitely faced that type of adversity.
Yep.
And it's been really, really, really difficult for them. And I work really hard with all my dude friends to be like, yo, you gotta feel your feelings. Like, I know you were told growing up that this shit wasn't cool, but you gotta feel your feelings, because if you don't, like...
You're good. Yeah, you're good with that.
Yeah, it's just like, it's gonna be worse for you in the long run.
Yeah.
You, like, just feel it, move through it, and then keep it pushing. Like, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But I think with something like grief, to wrap around full circle, but I think with something like grief, it's something that, like, you never really get through. You just grow around.
That's got to be it. In my mind, I'm picturing a tree growing around something that got stuck in it.
Yeah.
Like, if you go up and stick a railroad spike in a tree, the tree's going to go around it, but it's still going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know if we talked about this, shut me down, but I told the story to my friend Val last week or the week before about Ashley, because she was like, what the hell's wrong with you? And I didn't cry. And then I came home. She dropped me off at my house, and I walked inside, and I said to Mills, like, hey, man, I just told the story about you, and I didn't cry. I never thought that would happen. And then I was sad because I was like, am I getting inured to the whole thing? Is it not mean what it did? And that's not the case. So I'm not saying that. But it was a weird feeling to think. I never would have ever thought I could tell somebody about Ashley not being here anymore and not just bawl my eyes out.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
And it is weird. And I think that, some days you won't cry, and other days you'll just completely break down. It just...
Yeah, but those days are fewer and farther between.
Yeah, that's definitely a sign of progress for sure.
Oh yeah, there's definitely progress, and I there just is. Tomorrow's isn't gonna be hard. This is how that one goes. Yeah, but then the next day won't be as bad. So, yeah. I mean, her birthday was terrible, and then Sunday was like, let's go do something.
Well, you have the option of coming and hanging out.
That's really cool. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you need that show up, we'll welcome you.
That's nice. I love hanging out with Evan. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I was glad he came and found me at the picnic.
Yeah, he's fun. He's a good egg.
What else are you doing this weekend?
I'm after this actually gonna go help my friend move.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be fun. Especially because I'm literally running on 0 sleep. So that's gonna be good stuff. Okay. Sorry, she was just texting me about it, so I wanted to make sure what was going on.
I'm just going to throw this out to the universe. There's one thing I'm very, very happy about. I've been playing the piano since I was in college, and I'm getting pretty decent at it. And I sang to Ashley one time, and it was really cool. And I'm really glad I did that. And I sang her a song that we had seen. We used to go to concerts and shit like that. And it was really nice. And so I think we had a little thing for her here, which was just not good.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because I said, I don't want to be involved because it's going to be too difficult for me. And when I'm not involved in something in this building,
Just
that's how it turns out.
Yeah.
So.
And it was like 3 weeks after, and I wasn't even didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah.
But I think.
Oh God, that made me. I just, hand to God, I was so pissed off that day.
Yeah, but I think that I've been thinking it'd be nice if you and I and Kat and whoever else wanted to do something nice.
Yeah.
That would be something serious about what a big part of our lives she was.
Yeah.
Because she was, for a minute, she was a huge part of you guys' lives. You know,
she really was.
Yeah, it was a good thing.
I'm just laughing about the engagement.
That was a good
April Fool's joke that you played.
Not me. That was her.
Oh my God, that was just hilarious. I still think about that all the time, and I just laugh to myself. Like, they really had me going, because that's some shit that both of you would do too.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard it when she said it. She was like, "Oh, we have something to tell you." I'm like, "What do we have to tell him?" She's like, "We're engaged." And it was weird. I told you this. That day, I had taken a rubber band and put it around my ring finger.
Oh, maybe that's what.
Maybe
that's probably what did it in her brain. She's like, "Okay, we're gonna get these motherfuckers."
And your head spun around.
And I was like, "That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make any sense."
It was awesome. Amanda's head spun around because her experience with parents where they fucked families up, and we had a family that was pretty decent and it was going pretty well. Me and Kat and Ashley and Amanda. And I can't speak for you, but I would imagine that part of your primitive mind went no way.
Part of my brain was like, these two people are like the best of friends, and if they get into a marriage with each other, that's just gonna fucking kaput.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
That's just not even gonna exist anymore. This is just gonna be a tragedy. And I was like, then what kind of funding are they trying to get? Like, like my brain was like going in so many different directions. Like, wouldn't they lose disability? Like all this stuff. Like I was just like, what's happening? Why are they doing this?
Crazy.
Oh man, and I was like, I was literally about to say you guys are idiots. But then she was like, April Fools. And I was like, God damn it, you got me. I fucking even forgot it was April 1st too. So funny.
That was a good one. Where's the move? What are you? Is it like from an apartment to an apartment or a house to a house?
We're moving from a house to a house. A house in Cincinnati to a house in Liberty Township. Quite the truck.
I hate moving.
Yeah, it's the worst. But I'm going to have to do it here again soon because I need to get the heck out of my house.
You know what's going on with your bumpy, stumpy neighbors?
It's still bumpy and stompy. Waking me up in the middle of the night. Half the reason why I didn't sleep last night.
That's not any good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be there tomorrow.
Cool.
That's really cool. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah,
I got to get out. I got to get out of the house.
Yeah. And everyone, I will say too, everyone here has been like, Bill needs to get out. Tell him to just hit me up and we'll go do something.
That's really sweet. Somebody came and knocked on my door yesterday at, I don't know, noon or 1 or 2 or something. And I was on the couch, and I was like, oh, go away. And annoyed. And then I'm feel like I can't get up and look because they'll hear me and shit like that. And so they went away, and like an hour later they came back, and I got dressed, and so I went and looked at the door, and it was my friend Melissa. And I'm like, what the hell? So I opened the door, and she's like, oh, look, I just came in here to make sure you're okay. And I'm like, is it that bad? And she's like, it's pretty bad. So I'm okay. That was nice.
Yeah,
thank you.
Nice.
And I plan on being out of my cave on Sunday. So I'm glad we did this. Thank you very much for doing this today.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes that's okay for you to do. Go in your cave and go away and take the time that you need to be by yourself and just isolate. That's okay.
Oh, and I'm doing positive stuff.
Yeah.
And I have not looked at any pictures or anything since she left, and I got to do that at some point. And I'm sure it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you know what, Amanda? It makes me sad to say, but then I kind of got to put it to bed and go on. But I do.
Yeah, you have to find a healthy medium of carrying her with you and moving through the grief process, but also not letting it take over your life.
Yeah.
I think that was the hardest thing for me, is not letting it stop me from living.
Yeah.
Because it was doing that for a while.
And I know that, of course she wants me to have fun and shit like that. And it doesn't matter what she wants because it's my life and I gotta do what I want to do. And that's not to be mean to anybody.
No, I think that's an important thing.
But if she is out there going, you better not have any fun. I can't do that right this minute. So, and I did, and I have a really nice little video of me, and I've lost it and I'm crying, and I finally say, "You better send me another person, and she better be hot, you fucker." So that's what I'm looking forward to.
There you go.
Yeah.
When the time is right, when she
Exactly.
feels you're ready, which maybe,
One never knows.
could be tomorrow, could be in 3 years, who knows?
Wouldn't it be weird if it were tomorrow?
That would be so funny. That's why you gotta get out. You gotta get back out there. You gotta leave your house if that's what's gonna happen.
I
You know?
know. Right? I know.
You gotta walk out your front door. She could be walking her dog down the street, but you just gotta leave your house.
Exactly. All I had to do was get out. Yep. She'd be perched on the eaves, ready to jump on me.
Mm-hmm.
No, that'd be weird, but all right. So we've rebranded, and we're going to be, hopefully we want to be consistent going forward
Right.
with Friday afternoon. So we have someone that's helping us out with an editorial calendar, which we appreciate very much. We are paying attention to comments, and can't speak for Amanda, but I'm gonna speak for myself. And then if she wants to say anything, she's absolutely welcome to. I would really like to be able to build a community of people who get what they need from each other. And if I can be a catalyst in any way for that, that's what I want to do here. And if I can be a part of that community, it helps me, then more the better. What I know about the person sitting next to me is that the internet likely saved her life because she found a community there. And, I think that's a wonderful opportunity. And so if we can do that, and that can be defined any way you guys want to define it. Because I'm not here with any agenda. I'm not here with any framework that I have to use. This is just a platform. YouTube is just a platform. So that's for me, going forward. I heard someone say one time when I talked that he was a bridge. You want to be a bridge, which bridge just makes it easier to get from one place to another for somebody. Yeah. And so that's what I'm looking for. And that's my soapbox.
You're the bridge troll.
That's the tricky part. See, because I'm the troll in the bridge too. That's scary, but that's the reality.
Solve my 3 riddles, please.
that goes back to the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics and Schrodinger's cat.
Yes, whatever that
It means
string of sentences means.
I'm the good guy and the bad guy all at once.
You're the chaotic good.
Yep.
I think that's probably what I would describe you as, chaotic good.
Chaotic good. All right.
Well, I second that, and I'm excited to see what we do in the future. And the next one, hopefully, will be a bit more fun.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I think that, processing live, I think is kind of good to see. It's kind of good to see that this is how it goes, and we're human. And
yeah, thanks for letting me do that.
Yeah.
By the way, very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was like a therapy session.
No, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you. Yeah. And I'm hoping I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
And you, Evan.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
I can't believe we got through a stream.